Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be out in the front garden, and after all the rain, the plants are doing fantastic, but so are the weeds. So we're going to do a little bit of weeding, and I'm going to take this second to kind of show you guys a tool that I like to use personally a lot, and that is a Hori Hori knife, or a garden knife. It's got a built-in spade where it's curved here. It's got a serrated edge. It's got a nice sharp edge here, something for cutting lines, and then a hard end for nailing in stakes. So one of the things that I like using this for so much is, one, because of the curvature. You could use a shovel as well, but the curvature to cut and get all the weeds out. But then once you start getting into some of the roots, the serrated edge is really helpful for trying to cut those. Now, the company that makes this one is called BareBones, but there's tons of different kinds. I've seen them at Menards and Home Depot. I'm not sure the variety or the brand there, but it's a very helpful knife and very easy to pick up, or very easy to use and very helpful to pick up. And along with that, I have a collapsible basket to use for putting all the weeds in. Once we're all done, the weeds, as long as they don't have a seed head, they're perfectly fine to go into the compost. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll take in anything that doesn't have a seed head is going to go into the compost, and it's just going to become part of our garden later. So let's get started. And here's a little gardening hack for you. If you're going to be out in the garden and it's going to be a real sunny day, to protect yourself, get a beach umbrella and just move it around with you as you go from different areas. And you can always repurpose Halloween or any other items you have. These are some Halloween cauldrons that we created a hanging basket out of for wildflowers. Also, for most of the weeding, you can do it barehanded. It's not a big issue. It's just when you come up to those thistles. Anything that's got the prickers on it is always just a joy to pick barehanded. So get about a 10-pack of these from Home Depot for about $5. The neoprene on the insides makes everything a little bit easier. It makes picking those types of weeds painless and a lot faster. So it's a big recommendation is always glove up. It's amazing what just weeding this area transforms it back to what we want it to look like again, and how quickly that happens. So the weeds aren't our only problem out here. We have to maintain and keep control of these pumpkin vines. So we had to trim a vine off because it was attacking, going after all of our bushes over here. And unfortunately, we had a couple casualties as they were forming pumpkins on the bottom of it. But I think we have a lot more forming of the big moons. We've got our monster in there and his little brother inside. But all the way back over here, we got another pumpkin forming. We got one right over here that's coming in. And I think I saw another one all the way at the end over here. The one vine has continued all the way down and wrapped all the way around near the butterfly box. So since we're trimming some of these vines up, a lot more of the energy is going to be going back towards the pumpkins that are already created. So hopefully that'll allow the ones that we have here already growing, the big ones, and the ones that are starting on that one vine, that will get all the energy and they'll grow a lot more. And just a little side note, we are starting to get our next harvest of blueberries. They're starting to form and come in, and I think we learned our lesson from the spring, and the birds got all of them. I think we got 1 or 2 blueberries only. So we put a net. Once I started to see the blueberries form, I made sure that nearly all the flowers were done and starting to turn into the berries themselves, and we covered it with a net. Just use a couple garden stakes and an oversized net to ensure that nothing gets too close, the birds have nothing really to land on, and keep them safe. And hopefully we'll get another harvest out of them before the frost hits. What do you got there?
A grasshopper.
No, that's a cricket.
He's tickling me.
All right, guys, so that's going to be it for today. We took a pretty big dent out of it, and this is what happens when you don't stay on top of the weeding. It started to become completely overgrown, but now you can see where the individualized plants are. We did run into a few problems with the sedum. I ended up digging 2 of those out because they were so intertwined with, I believe, Creeping Charlie, that I couldn't save them. There's nothing I could do about it without digging it up, untangling everything, and then trying to plant it back. By then, the sedum was pretty thinned out. So we'll put something new there probably in the spring. So that's going to be it for today. Stay on top of your weeding. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you soon.